Well, I've already commented on that. As I said, it's just promises and more promises. And based on their track record, you can rest assured that many of these promises will go unfulfilled. If I have gone so far as to describe the manifesto as preposterous, because obviously it's been put together by people who have never managed anything. And if they had any experience at all, they would have realized that many of these promises which they have made, the incentives which they are dangling before you, cannot ever be delivered. For example, they talk about raising the income people, just following what the government has said. But they up on the figures by the government. Now the government figures have been prepared by teams of experts in the Treasury, in the Economic Planning Unit, in Bank Negara, and so on and so forth. But what the Pakatan manifesto is attempting to do is, if the government says 3,000, they say make it 4. Yeah. So this is, this is really playing silly games. We are, we should take all these things much more seriously, so that after 2 or 3 years you don't get people demonstrating in Shah Alam. Where is that the assistance that you promised for single mothers and the old people? If I qualify to demonstrate to us for some money, that they promise, because at my age, I probably should get double what Khalid promised. But these are promises. These are just promises which have no way, absolutely no chance of being fulfilled. Water, you name it, what haven't they promised? So I think, we have to think very carefully whether they are in fact in a position to deliver. Now there was one road, I think one highway in Penang, not on the island but in Seberang, where Guan Eng promised that the toll would be removed completely. It's a little short road. I can't remember now the name of this thing. Today people are still paying. So what's all this big talk when, of course they say, when we get to Putrajaya. Yeah. When we get to Putrajaya, what are they going to do? They're going to reduce the price of cars. But they don't understand the impact of this. I have, for example, or all of us, we have a car each. Now, we paid a certain price for our car. And then all of a sudden, if they come into power, they're going to reduce the thing. What will happen to our cars? Right. What will happen to our cars? Your car second-hand value will plummet down. Now, is that what you want? Is that what you want? These things have to be done step by step, a step at a time. Now, this is what experience tells us. But of course, people have never even run anything. The so-called economic expert only ran the Rocket Cafe, and even that closed down very quickly. And he is the person now who is, making comments on the economy, on defense spending, on this and that and other, and also on how many people should be employed by the government, and how many people should be employed in the armed forces and defense equipment. Now, all of a sudden, they make all these claims. What experience have they got? Have they run anything? Any large organization? Have they run big businesses? None. So, if you rely on what they are saying, what they are promising, I think you're going to be very disappointed. Yeah? 3 years, supposing they go to Putrajaya, but I think it's most unlikely because I've described, for example, the relationship between PAS and DAP, at best, as a three-legged race. I don't know whether you ever took part in school sports when you were small. I used to take part, and running a three-legged race is not easy, because I pull him to my side. He has lost his balance, so he pulls me to his side. Now, how can you go to Putrajaya in this fashion? You can't. You saw a last cartoon. I described it as three-legged, and he improved on it by calling it a four-legged race. Three people clinging to each other. Now, what I'm trying to say is this. These are promises, and yet Khaled said, the manifesto is not a promise. Now I'm asking you, isn't this something quite stupid? If you produce a manifesto, that really is your plan. If you say you're going to do this and so on, isn't that a promise? Or are you doing it just, to get people excited, to win a few votes? This is what I call irresponsible behavior. Yeah. We cannot have this kind of behavior in people who aspire to lead us. Where are they leading us to? If this is how they're going to plan, the future of this very complex nation of ours. Nothing can take the place of experience. Nothing, I tell you. You can take my word for it. At my age, I've got a lot of experience because I'm older. Each day, I acquire something new knowledge, new experience, etc. But if you have no experience, you should be a little more modest and learn a bit more before you start making all these great promises.